Hey everyone, I'm back again, and today I have a message for you guys which has been inspired by some events that have been taking place in my life as of late. And I kind of wanted to switch this one up a little bit for you guys because I know everything across social media is all about the coronavirus, and I think that's good, and I think it's important, and I think it's on top of all of our minds. But I just wanted to give us a tiny little bit of a break from the coronavirus. Just for a minute, right? I'm going to mix this one up for you guys. And basically, what I want to talk to you guys about today is that 100% responsibility equals the end of all conflict. And now I have given it a bit of a caveat in saying, I'm not talking about coronavirus today, but actually in the end, indirectly, what I'm going to share with you guys today is absolutely going to support and help you with whatever's happening in your life regarding the pandemic. So what I wanted to explain to you and share with you guys is actually an experience that I've been having in my life. And I mentioned in a Facebook Live to you guys a few days ago that I had a bit of a conflict, right? And I had somebody in my life make some assumptions, and it kind of turned out like there was just no telling them the truth. They'd made up their mind. They'd gone worst case scenario on me. And when people get in that mindset and that frame, it's like there's nothing that you can say that's going to make it any better. So basically that's what I went through, and that was a few days ago. And what happened though, over the last 24 hours or so, what they did as a response to the challenge and what they'd assumed was kind of a little bit nasty. And so I just dealt with those repercussions, and I distanced myself from this person because all I was saying was not working. And that was a good thing to do. And basically what's happened over this little period of time is I've had some time to think about things even though what I did was, intentionally pure, I wasn't intentionally trying to hurt or upset anybody, and I was just living my life really, because I was able to take some time and reflect and get beyond just myself, and actually know how much I care about this other person, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is hurt anybody. So I was able to kind of look at the scenario, also talk to some amazing coaches in my life. I also talked to some amazing friends and family and people that I really respect their experience of different situations that are relatable. After doing that and taking some time out, I decided I'd take 100% responsibility for what was going on in that scenario. And when I did that, I got outside of myself having to justify, prove myself, kind of be like, well, I'm living my own life. I've done nothing wrong. I got out of that mentality because that wasn't actually getting the dynamic anywhere. And I decided, I know personally in my heart of hearts, I've not done anything wrong, but that doesn't matter. Somebody that I care about is feeling a sense of hurt. And so what can I do? Whether it's, it's not that it's not that they know the truth, but whatever they're experiencing is actually creating hurt. And if I have, without taking responsibility for other people, at the sacrifice of yourself, but if I have the ability to detach from that and take a meta perspective and to put myself in their shoes about how that could be perceived, right? And show that I actually understand what's going on and take 100% responsibility, it found me in a situation where I actually apologized for what they were upset about, because I could see it from their perspective. And it transitioned from me attempting to just justify and, thinking I'm all right and I've done nothing wrong and that's their problem, for making a bad assumption. Instead of doing that, because I care enough and I'm not making it mean anything personal about me, I was able to give them a level of understanding that they need, and even apologize for the way that that situation had played out and their perceptions that they could create in that situation. And by doing so, it ended all of the conflict and allowed us to, be level-headed and kind and generous to one another. And I think that it's just super important to realize that every time you take 100% responsibility, no matter what the circumstance, then you are free to get out of conflict and transform that conflict into connection, and we all do it, particularly when we know that our intentions were good. We want to stick up for ourselves and we don't want to take on any blame or whatever. But, that is so surface level in our ability to connect. And, the moment you grow the courage to stand tall within yourself and be able to get beyond just yourself and care for another human being and show them the understanding that's currently missing, is the moment you'll have freedom in your life to transform conflict into connection and actually step into a new level of pride within yourself as to how you operate as a human being. And you also get to role model that for the people around you, because I don't know about you, but when you've been really upset about something and then somebody actually just showed you understanding and they said, it's not about me against you here. I know the reasons why I've done something. I know I get and understand your perception of this event, and that it's not right or wrong. What it is I care enough about you to show you understanding about what's going on for you. And, if that means I'm going to apologize for my actions, even though I didn't do anything wrong in my book, and that's going to help and support this person that I care about, I'm just going to do that, right? I'm not having my ego and my identity attached to this argument. And I think that's next level for all of us. And I hope that me sharing this is of value to you guys. And, with all the craziness going on and all the, isolation, and we're with our families and, we're, locked inside with one another when we're, having to step away from our workplace for the period of time, we're going to have to deal with more conflict and challenges in our relationships. And so my hope is that you just take this one piece of advice, which is taking 100% responsibility equals the end of all conflict. And remember that every challenge, every fight that we have with another person ends up being two people fighting over who has the biggest victim story. So don't be a victim. Take 100% responsibility. Know in your heart of hearts why you do the things that you do, but get beyond yourself. Show other people understanding that you care about, and show them that you can take 100% responsibility for, your actions that are being perceived in a certain way. It doesn't make you wrong and them right. It just shows that you care enough about them, about yourself, and about the dynamic that you can co-create with that person. All right, it's very empowering. So I definitely want to check in with you guys. Drop me a comment. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, what's going on in your world. I'd love to connect with you guys. And for all of you guys who would love to connect with an amazing team of extraordinary like minds via Zoom video call happening on Sunday Aussie time, Saturday in most other places around the world, and you want to get support and challenge and reach for that next level of your potential despite all the craziness that we're surrounded by, then definitely shoot me a message, drop me a comment. I'll let you know the details for you to come and join us. All right, so let me check in. I have got Jared in the house. Good to see you. And Alex and Bina. Thank you. I will stay safe, and same to you, my friend. And Ram's here as well. Hi, Ram. And Judy and Rim and Naeem. Hi, nice dress, looking beautiful. How are you doing, Vanessa? Thank you so much for your kind words. I very much appreciate them. And I'm doing very well. Got just kicking goals as usual. Hope you are as well. And Luke is there as well. And Sam's here. And Ellen. I'm doing really well, Ellen. And I hope you are as well. And Jerry. Hi, Vanessa. Kind of quiet at work. I bet it is. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So you're still doing your night shifts, I see. But yeah, hope you're staying safe and doing the right thing. And Luke's here as well. Glad you reflected and saw the scenario from a better perspective and took the responsibility you felt you should. Good choice, Vanessa. By the way, lovely as always. Thank you so much, Luke, and great to see you live. And I think we can all be doing this, take a different perspective. I'm always asking people, whenever you get in conflict, and I deal with a lot of people who are trying to manage their conflict with another human being, and it's so weird, right? We don't think this often, but we get so caught up in our side of the story, right? And then we just want them to see and understand what that is, and we're not willing to change. But I ask them, if you were to have the same thing happen to you, how would you feel about it? And even just asking that simple question that's just common sense, sometimes people just haven't thought of that, right? We get so caught up in our own world. And the moment we actually take a step out of ourselves is the moment we gain understanding, and that is going to, put a bridge between us and the other person, and like I'm saying, transform conflict into connection. So I love that, Luke. Thanks for showing up. And Jared, we should never expect another person to become the thing that we need. We should find that within ourselves first, accept responsibility for our actions, be accountable for our results, and take ownership of our mistakes. Boom, drop the mic. That is awesome, Jared. Definitely resonating with every single word that you just shared there, and always appreciate you showing up and contributing to the conversation. And Luke, this social isolation is great in helping subdue the pandemic, but it causes a lot of tension in people. Yeah, absolutely. Such truth there, Luke. At the end of the day, the only way we're really going to stop it, is to just isolate ourselves so we're not getting all those new cases. On the other side of that, maybe we need to contract it so that we can build the immunity up. So there's lots of different things going on, but isolating, but you're exactly right. It is creating a lot of tension because we're having to remold our society in a lot of ways. We're having to, change our everyday habitual lives, and that includes, spending more time shoulder to shoulder with people we're normally away from, while we're in the workplace or whatever. So absolutely, there's a lot of tension. So that's why I'm hoping that today's message is going to help with that. Thank you, Luke. And Steve is here. And Daryl, always love a quote from you. Success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. Grant Cardone, one of my faves. I love that, Daryl. Thanks for showing up as always. And Italid, great to hear you again. And definitely take responsibility is to get power. Absolutely. And always grateful to see you join live, and love that today's message has resonated with you. So hoping today's message has absolutely hit home and served you, and it gets you thinking about, whenever you're finding yourself in any sort of conflict whatsoever, don't play the victim. Don't get self-righteous and think I've done nothing wrong. I played a tiny little bit of that this week, but I'm willing to admit it, right? Because I'm somebody who wants to grow, like I know you are as well. And so if we want to grow, it's kind of painful, but at the end of the day, the basis of your growth is in you taking 100% responsibility for your experience, for the circumstance, for the situation, and getting beyond just yourself so that you can actually show care to other people rather than, just stay justified in your self-righteousness. So I hope that served. And Madeline is here as well. You guys who are just joining now, I hope you catch the recording. Get a ton of value from today's training, because as always, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, that you're doing something super empowering, and today's message has definitely served you. And thank you so much to each and every one of you guys who could join me live today. I always just get such energy, from getting to interact with you guys and hearing your words of wisdom and just co-creating this space. So thank you again, and please do share this message if it has been of value. Sending you guys all of my love, and I'll see you tomorrow.